It's a pleasure being with you. Lebanon obviously has lost a number of opportunities. Once, long ago, by not fully implementing the famous Taif agreement that put an end to the civil war. Then we have had another opportunity with the withdrawal of the Israeli army in 2000, later the withdrawal of the Syrian troops. We lost these opportunities. Now, definitely there is an opportunity before us, and we are determined not to lose this opportunity. This is why my government's agenda is driven by two guiding principles. One is restoring Lebanon's sovereignty over all its territory and all its ports of entry. And the second is, we are committed to the needed structural reforms, whether in the financial sector, in the administration. And this is a workshop for not state building, but rebuilding.
Let's talk about restoring sovereignty then, just very specifically. What progress has your government made, for example, in taking control of Hezbollah weapons depots north and south of the Litani River? I'm trying to get to what's been achieved to date.
The goal, one more time, is that the state should have exclusive monopoly over arms, over all its territory. Now, what has been achieved in north of the Litani River, I think is a lot. Over 500 military were dismantled. The army now is expanding its control and consolidating its control south of the Litani. North of the Litani, real progress has been made on the border with Syria. We have a much greater control of the border. Also, during President Abbas's visit to Beirut a week ago, we agreed on a plan to handing over Palestinian arms, which has been long overdue, and hopefully it's going to be implemented soon, starting with camps around Beirut.
Disarming Palestinian factions in Beirut's refugee camps, that's a major policy shift for a government after decades of a policy of non-intervention, effectively. Is Lebanon ready and able to force that disarmament in those camps? And when does that start?
Okay, well, there has been an agreement between us and President Abbas on this disarmament. Actually, President Abbas, some 10 years ago, had clearly stated that he was ready to hand over Palestinian arms and to allow the Lebanese government to have full sovereignty and authority over the camps. Now we entered into the stage of implementation.
Hezbollah have insisted that Israel's military presence in Lebanon is a red line as far as they are concerned. If Hezbollah disarmament is tied to Israel ending its military presence in Lebanon, how do you convince Israel to do that, to withdraw at this point? And what are the Americans saying about this?
Israeli presence in Lebanon is a red line for everyone. It's not a red line for Hezbollah alone. We had reached an agreement with the Israelis in November to the full withdrawal of Israeli troops from Lebanon. On the other hand, Lebanon committed to fully implemented Security Council Resolution 1701. We have been honoring our commitment. Unfortunately, Israel has not honored its commitment in fully withdrawing in 2 months. We are always not only asking the U.S., we are asking the U.S. and all our Arab friends and international friends to put, pressure on Israel to deliver on its promises.
I ask you this because Hezbollah has accused you of being a mouthpiece for the Americans. If you can't get the Americans to put pressure on the Israelis, and yet the Americans are saying, you know, loosen the grip, get rid of the grip that is Hezbollah on Lebanon, and they're being pretty forceful about that. I mean, that's a threat from the Americans. Do you feel well supported enough by this administration in Washington? Are you getting enough support?
Telling the truth, I mean, we would like to see more from the American administration, especially in putting pressure on Israel to abide by its, what it agreed to in the November understanding, known as the understanding to end hostilities, which were brokered by the Americans. And now there's a so-called mechanism of supervision, I mean, including both the French and the Americans, and I mean, both are on the ground, and I'm sure they can testify to the fact that Lebanon has been honoring its commitments, while Israel has not honored its commitment.
Your government has sent signals that it is not opposed to eventually recognizing Israel. Under what conditions do you see that happening? Normalization with Israel?
Okay. Well, Lebanon is committed to the Arab peace plan. The Arab peace plan was adopted in a summit that was held in Beirut, and it's often called as the Arab Beirut peace plan. We are committed to the Arab peace initiative. So we are committed, to peace, but peace based on the two-state
peace based on a two-state solution, which isn't going to happen at the moment.
Sorry?
It's not going to happen at the moment, not under Benjamin Netanyahu.
Okay,
so would you normalize, I guess the question is, would you
Benjamin
normalize
Netanyahu,
relations
first of all, is not the
that?
only player in Israel. I know that Benjamin Netanyahu is opposed to this two-state solution, but there's not going to change neither the Arab position nor the international position, since your question was about normalization. Normalization is the outcome of peace, and peace cannot be based but on this famous equation of land for peace. It cannot be, peace for peace.
So I guess my question is, you wouldn't be normalizing relations without at least a credible pathway to, if not, a Palestinian state and a two-state solution, correct?
I don't like this idea of pathway. I would like to see a two-state solution, Israeli withdrawing from occupied territories in exchange for peace, and peace, will lead to normalization. Or normalization is part and parcel of the peace we would like to see tomorrow and not the day after.